Look at that. Oh, man. And put it on that. Kill it, kill it.
What's up, guys? Last week, as many of you guys know, we got hacked. Thankfully, the account was recovered in less than 24 hours, so shout out to YouTube for that. But unfortunately, the hacker, they broke in, they changed the logos, the name of the channel, and they started live streaming a crypto scam for like 4 hours straight. Thankfully, we have full control of the channel again, like we said, but we expect the algorithm is going to be pretty confused by what's been going on the channel, so we might have video performance problems for a while. So it's more important now than ever to hit that thumbs up button on this video and our coming videos, and also share this content with your friends and family and anyone who you think might enjoy it. Super glad to have the account back. We're going to have more information this Thursday evening. We're going to be doing a podcast in the new and improved Cars and Cameras podcasting space. So stay tuned for that and enjoy the episode. What's up, everybody? Today on Cars and Cameras, we're adapting a go-kart engine to a ATV transmission. So here we have a hot Tillotson 225cc engine making 25 or more horsepower, and we have a blown-up Yamaha Blaster engine with a good 6-speed transmission. So on today's episode of Cars and Cameras, we're going to try to slap them both together and install them in our blown up pit bike. We don't know much about this old Blaster engine other than it has a big old hole in the case, so we need to start by tearing it down and seeing if we can put the Tillotson on top of the Blaster.
So what we're going to do is we're going to try to take that Blaster engine and we're going to try to cram it in place of this, because I'd like to see if it'll fit. If it doesn't fit, then, you know, why even bother?
We'll find another donor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's got no spark.
That's because I broke the crankshaft.
That's sweet.
So y'all might be wondering why we're not using this gearbox that's on this bike. Well, it's because the case is broken, the crankshaft is broken, and probably the most important part, it probably can't handle the power that we're going to be throwing at it. So hopefully the Blaster transmission will work perfect in this application. I got it. I got it. Thank you.
So we just got to
So
pull the bolts out.
The engine is bolted.
It's sitting on.
It's sitting on that.
That's pretty
and
cool.
it's got the two upper. So
The upper.
yeah. All right, here we go.
Be careful. Be very careful with that engine.
Oh yeah, don't want to hurt it.
Oh, it's stuck. This doesn't seem like a.
Well,
You got.
all right, can you get the other side of the engine? Wow, that looks pretty cool.
It does.
But it's not quite fitting. You know, it doesn't look like there's enough room for another engine up front of this transmission. But if we take this head and jug off, it might give us enough rotation to maybe get some clearance or something.
Yeah, maybe we can clock it a little bit
Yeah.
further up or something.
I don't know. Let's go ahead and take this head and jug off and see what we got.
Sounds good. We can get a good look at the hole in that case.
Oh, sure. You ready?
Yeah.
Can you handle this?
Oh,
Look at that.
yep. That's where the rod, yep, there. It started knocking, and then it knocked through the door.
Started knocking and they were like, oh, that sounds normal. I think I'll just keep riding it. They were wrong.
Nice.
Nice.
That's cool.
Look at that.
Copper head
Copper head gasket.
Yeah, it says up.
Yeah, how's that piston look? It's pretty carboned up.
Yeah, and something bounced around in there.
Oh yeah, something did bounce around in there.
I bet you it dropped a valve.
You might be right. From another engine.
I almost tricked myself. No, but Whew, that one's that's bad, dude. Look at the edges. Like, it's all chipped up and stuff.
Yeah, it ingested something. Yeah. Oh wow. Wow.
That's what I mean.
The piston's like partially melted or something right there. Look.
My.
Oh man.
Yeah, they ran it lean.
That thing ran hot. Probably that hole in the case. John. Yeah. The piston. The piston in this engine was starting to melt. Yeah.
It's not good.
No, this thing's shot. I do not feel bad at all cannibalizing this engine. The case is broken, the piston's shot, crank's shot. We're not even 100% sure the transmission's good. It did have gears.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cylinder walls don't look too bad, though.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get a better look as soon as we take the 4 jug nuts off.
Oh, yeah, we got to lift this up. So
Yep.
that's probably a...
It's like 12.
I think, yeah, everything's metric on this.
Yeah.
And this bad boy.
Got the 4 nuts. Gasket surface. You gotta be ashamed of yourself. Don't want to scratch that case up, cause a leak. Do you need a hand holding the engine?
No, it's okay.
You got her.
We're good.
Ooh, that looks bad.
So let's show the rod. Oh man, there's metal in here.
Oh no.
So there's the rod knot.
Oh my goodness. That crankshaft is definitely no good.
Look at the edges peeled.
There's
metal down in here.
There's chunks everywhere. Oh god.
Oh,
Look at
that's a
this.
big chunk.
Dude, that's bad.
If you can hear it hit the floor, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, so if we get a way to cut that rod out right there, we should be good to go, dude. Yeah, there's not much on this engine that's any good.
Yeah, and I was just kidding about the cylinder walls being okay.
Yeah, that thing's shot. Okay, we should probably be able to get her in there right now without cutting anything.
Yeah, but I feel like we should save like. I don't know.
Does it look like they tried opening it up with a
like a tool?
With the tool? Opening it up?
Yeah, maybe they were porting it or something. I don't know.
It's junk.
I'm hoping it's a little bit lighter, but all I took off was
heavy.
I only took off aluminum parts. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's still heavy.
All right, let's see what that looks like. Oh man, yeah, you are able to clock it up a lot tighter.
It is tighter.
The alignment's not too bad right there.
Question is this going to fit enough where we can get the other engine in front of it?
Oh yeah, like right there.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So we got our Blaster transmission mocked up, and it's gonna be a tight fit.
Yeah.
But we think we're gonna move ahead with it, but we just want to go through the gears one more time, because it sure would be a shame to do all this work and then have a blown up transmission. So we're gonna test to see if the transmission and clutch is any good. Charles is gonna spin the crankshaft over, and Ike is gonna use.
I'm going to just shift it, go through the gears first, and then we'll check the clutch.
Okay.
We already got a leak.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, God. All right. First gear. Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Neutral.
That's neutral.
Second gear.
Second gear.
Try high gear. Sorry.
All right. We're not sure if the clutch is working, but it could be the same deal that we had with this bike before where the clutches are stuck. They are wet clutches, should be wet clutches, and sometimes they will stick. So
I don't think there's any fluid in that. So
A clutch rebuild kit is pretty darn cheap too.
absolutely.
So why don't we just get something on here, and we'll just operate that, and I'll pull the clutch.
Try it.
All right, clutch it in. Oh, did it do it?
No, it was.
Are you sure?
It was this thing.
No, try it. Are you sure?
No,
Okay.
it
All right.
requires
All
slip.
right. All right. So right now the clutches do appear to be stuck. Do we want to risk it?
Well, I mean, I'll pull that side off. And
I guess we
it
could
out.
check the clutches out. What do you think, John?
Sure.
I mean, I'd hate to do all this work and then find out that there's some serious problems.
Yelled at me.
Did you see how easy that was?
Yeah, I did that.
Heyo.
I got in trouble. We could use, like, this would be this pump pumps other oil. This is a seal, like, this is just a drive.
So you want to have a 100% loss oiling system?
Yeah, because there's a hole in the case. I'm going to put JB Welding a hole up, man.
All right, so what we've got is some sticking clutches. They should all be free now. So I should be able to, this thing's got oil in it.
Yeah.
So everything's looking pretty good inside that transmission there, the clutch area. The clutches are still sticking, but I'm pretty sure that under power, we're gonna get this thing freed up and it's gonna work perfect. What the gear might be.
Oh, that's right, yeah. The beveled gear.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be okay. Pretty sure.
So we have the clutch figured out, we think, but we still need to fix that issue because that's just going to hold a bunch of oil so the main bearings of the crankshaft can get lubricated. Now the crankshaft's not really doing anything, it's just acting as a jack shaft for a transmission to our Tillotson engine. So JB weld and an old plastic cup.
I'm going to paint us a happy little tree down there. It'll be our little secret.
All right.
Oh, dude.
Would you look at that?
We got a window.
Look at that. Good stuff. And whatever gets caught in there will self-clear.
Oh, dear.
So Charles is also a certified GAP JB welder.
I have done this before, believe it or not. We
we
had a block let go, and the rod chunked out, and I put a new crankshaft and a new rod in it, and JB welded the block, and it lasted long enough for that rod to break and put another hole separate in the block. But at that point, it had split the small block, so compromised. Let's see if we can make a jug out of JB
weld. Ooh, probably the heat would become an issue.
Well,
Crankcase would be fine, but a head would be tough because.
could you imagine the amount of JB weld you'd have to pour into a cup and then bore it out? That would be.
That would be cool.
You'd have to buy out every parts store.
Why is this so mesmerizing?
It's hilarious.
Well, see, you guys are laughing. I have confidence.
Oh, it's gonna work. It's definitely gonna work.
All right, guys. Remember, the case has a hole in it. Well, had a hole in it.
Yeah.
This engine has all kinds of problems.
Yep.
So we don't feel bad about chopping
No,
an
we do
ear
not.
off.
And they ran it for a long time with metal all down in the bottom end, so it is completely trashed.
So we need to take this little piece off to get our new transmission to fit in the chassis better.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Oh, dear.
All right. Goodbye.
Trophy, Monsieur. Have it.
I don't have it either. Oh, my finger went in the goo.
It did it.
I think it did.
After setting everything up, I'm really thinking that maybe we ought to call this project because I don't know, it's just not gonna work as good as I was hoping. But I'm kind of thinking if we take this same setup and put it on a yard cart, I think that would probably work better. What do y'all think?
I mean, yeah, everybody's had a go-kart that you've wanted gears or at least a 1 to 2 speed, so I'm down for it. Let's try it.
So I think we ought to pat the brakes on this pit bike.
Yep, we're gonna save it.
Figure something else out with it and take this and the engine and put it on that.
So packaging is a huge issue on this bike. We just can't seem to get a clone engine on top of that Blaster transmission, and it look okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna switch gears on
No
this.
pun intended.
Yeah, on this project, and we're gonna save this pit bike to probably put a full Blaster engine on in the future to make the Pit Bike Blaster PB Blaster. Yeah. But for now, we're going to switch gears to a yard cart. Everyone has wanted a go-kart that has gears,
They
right?
can bang
Absolutely.
gears. Yes, sir.
So we're going to make a gear jamming American Express 2.0.
Sounds good to me.
Hello, my old friend. This is our new donor vehicle. This is an American Express 2.0 kit from GoPowerSports.com. It's basically an enlarged version of one of the best yard carts of all time, the American Express. This has been around for a long time. First, we put it together, we themed it after a DeLorean and tried to hit 88 miles an hour, and we only achieved 72, maybe 73 miles an hour. After our 88 mile an hour attempt, it sat around for a few years. We used it in a few racing challenges, and its most recent entry was in the 2021 Cars and Cameras Dust Bowl, where, well, it had an oil leak, we forgot to put oil in it, and we locked it up.
Same engine. It's not locked up anymore.
It's not locked up anymore. It just smokes.
It just
I
smoked.
found an
So
oil leak.
that's why it's dusty. It's a little rusty. But if this works, we're going to fix up this go-kart and make it new again with 6 gears.
It'd be nice. So we got the engine plate cut out. Hurt my feelings a little bit, but it needed some reworking anyways. But here's what we got. I think I really like this. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Drum roll, please. We've got this engine.
Transmission.
Well, it's kind of an engine, isn't it? But I guess
Not
it's
anymore.
transmission now.
Transmission.
Transmission. Check it out, guys. The front original mount, if we put tabs on the frame, we've got the front mounts for this transmission. Transmission is sitting down in the frame a little bit, but it is higher than the bottom of the frame here. So that is great. I love how low it is. Lower center of gravity, less likely to flip the thing over. Here's
the sauce.
Here's the good stuff right here. What you think?
Looks good. We'll need a shorter header or something.
I was about to say that header makes it look like it's a mile long. But I'm really liking what I see here. We need to get a plate to block off the top of this engine. And come around here, man. So, of course, that's 3/4. I'm just mocking this up. So we have a gear here, and then we weld a gear right here, and we run a chain between the two. That is going to turn the transmission. There's going to be a gear on the transmission here, going to a gear on the axle with a chain in between. It's going to be pretty short. And here's the beautiful part. We got a kickstart because the transmission has a kickstart on it. We should be able to kickstart it if we feel like it. We got a pull start, which is great. And maybe in the future, if we want an electric start, we get an electric start engine, and we can have electric, pull start, or kick start. How
That's
cool
pretty
is
cool.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. Options.
Definitely options here. So, John, I'm thinking that like maybe we can pick the engine up a little bit and kind of move it forward to about this point.
Oh,
Sounds
right
good
here.
to me. Yep.
It'll make it look a little bit. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that's great, dude.
that's where it's supposed
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah.
You got it, Charles. So I really
Yo, that's
like.
sweet.
I really like that.
6-speed go-kart Tillotson 225, dude.
Yeah. Thing ought to perform pretty good.
Real good.
Yeah. So I think we got something here. I was really looking forward to doing a mini bike, but
This is just falling into place.
this is a lot better here. We have our transmission in place. We have the engine plate that John cut out on the Langmuir system. That is covering up where the jug and head went. That way we can keep all the oil and everything inside of the engine. We also have some nice little tabs for our engine mounts on the front. I already have them mounted on the engine and they're sitting on the frame. So we're gonna center this engine up, and one of us is going to tack weld on those tabs. So I'm gonna be centering up the engine, and one of us is gonna be holding the engine. I guess Charles is gonna be tacking it in. So you all right with that, Charles?
Yeah.
We got a transmission tacked in place.
Barely.
Sweet.
That is,
Barely.
it'll be fine.
So after a bit of welding, we have our engine. It's not only any ordinary engine either. This is a Tillotson 225cc engine with big valve head in it from GoPowersports.com. We also used one of GoPowersports' heavy-duty engine plates. It's a great weld-in unit, especially when you're running a lot of power, because it's like really thick construction. I want to say it's 1/4 inch thick, so it's good and beefy. You can check out the engine plate and the link to the 225 down in the description of today's video. Anytime you place an order with Go Power Sports, let them know the guys at Go Power Sports sent you. Also, you can check out one of these American Express 2.0 chassis as well. I think they sell them as a complete kit that you just need to assemble and buy an engine for. They're pretty darn sweet, awesome for running around the yard. Anyway, I think we're ready for a test of this of our 6-speed Tillotson engine here. Let's see what happens.
So this is not going to be a road test. This is going to be a bench test because we just want to see this transmission work. We're kind of, still fingers crossed. You know what I mean? Ike's confident, but
We're not sure about our gear ratio back here. We don't have wheels and tires on it, so we just want to see everything work, and then we need to brace it up better, and we'll be ready for a road test. So, all right, so Ike has joined us, and we are pretty much ready to fire this thing up. We got our frame braces welded in. We got our engine mount welded in. It's removable, so we can service and remove the transmission. It's all looking very good. If we need to change the gear, you can just do it right there. No big deal. So, you guys ready to fire this thing up and see what happens?
I think so.
Put it through the gears.
I think everybody needs to stay away from this side.
Good call.
Yeah, so any gear changes, I don't know, I might just use the handle of the hammer and whack
tap.
through the gears, yeah.
all right.
Do you have the throttle, or you need me to get the throttle?
You probably going to need to get throttle. I got an idle screw back here.
All
that I
right, so
can
I'll
mess
just be
with.
right here, and I'll handle. You let me know if I need to give it
Okay.
gas.
What happened?
We lost the screw on the.
What? Ah. So did the flywheel come loose?
It did.
Oh, it finally came off.
Wow, this is very reminiscent.
Oh, man. All right.
It's fine, right?
She was doing some rubbage.
Yeah, do you want to just remove the coils, just in case?
Psh.
Okay,
I don't think we need to, because
I guess we'll keep logic out of here.
oh,
There's no key, is there?
it sheared off.
Oh. Anybody got a key for a blaster?
It sheared off. And it messed up the thread.
Oh, dude, those threads look horrible. Dang.
Only thing I can think of is when we were spinning it over, flushing it out, rotating it. it might have loosened up the nut on the engine, and we didn't check to make sure it was tight before cranking.
Well, that about does it. Ike with his famous trick of breaking flywheels off. But don't worry, we'll get it fixed. New Woodruff key, we'll be up and running, no problem. Don't feel bad, buddy.
Yep, and the next episode of this build, hopefully we'll be going on our first test drive, but I think it is promising. This Tillotson 225, which should make around 25 horsepower on gasoline, makes more power and more torque than this Blaster ever made. So hopefully this transmission will hold up, but we can't wait for our first ever 6-speed Tillotson 225 test drive. Leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying the episode. Cars-Cameras.com to support the channel. Pick up some merchandise. Got anything, Ike?
I got nothing.
He didn't mean to do it.
I wouldn't put
I don't.
this
It
all
wasn't.
on me.
It wasn't you. It was.
I wouldn't.
You were just here.
Yeah.
We'll catch y'all next time. Oh boy.
Okay. Were you at Mini Mayhem? Did you see me out front? There was tears out there. It was dust and tears.
Guys, y'all are gonna see something happening this next spring. I'm telling you.